There are some fights, too, where you can understand the mechanic perfectly, and it's really hard to execute. Not that I'm complaining, Urianger, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. I'm back from space, boys. It's lonely up there. Nor I thee. In extolling and virtues of Aetheris, I did inadvertently awaken in the Loperts a desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Dude, he literally reprogrammed the bunny's entire purpose in life. Kryl tells us that you have obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I've news to share regarding our study of the etherical sea, but your findings are certainly to be of greater interest, and so I would rather hear them first. To what revelations did Heidelin's Elpis flower lead? So there's this bird girl, and she's sad. And her sadness ends everything, and Heidelin... Rich, are you okay? Rich, you were supposed to follow the trail of the Elpis, not smoke it. Then this dynamis is what drives the final days? Yeah. If it and Akasha are one and the same, this all but proves Nadana's theory. We're an entity, though sheer force of emotion. We're an entity through sheer force of emotion to channel this vast dormant reservoir into a raging river. Its power might surpass even that of ether. But if our star is so replete with ether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamis of the great expanse. Medion. Or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for millennia. I wonder if Graha is going to be like Medion. And like, because when you guys showed me that the what's it called? The Crystal Tower cutscene. The Morse code. Jesus Christ, it popped out of my head for a second. The Morse code coming through CT. I wonder if Graha, when he was there, ever heard her. Untold anguish and fear and hatred drawn from every corner of the universe. All for a single purpose, the destruction of Aetheris. Then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim, to defeat Medion. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Medion and we deliver the world from the final days. But to even attempt it, there are two conditions. It's so crazy how far the game has come. I'm in a cutscene like this, and I like every single person. I remember, like, in ARR, if I was in a cutscene like this, it would just be, like, the roast of Final Fantasy XIV characters. I would just be shitting on different characters, like round robin. Dude! Sora, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. Bryce, thank you for the 6 months. And Zervirus, thank you for 6,103 bits. Holy fuck. Yeah, it would just be Papa Yilmo and Yida emoting in the background. I'd be like, shut the fuck up, Yida. Little did I know she would only get worse. Ishtola would be dead. Minfilia would be telling us to do shit. Tataru was Zodiark. But even to attempt it, there are two conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Medion escaped, enchantment was placed upon her by Vana, the woman who would become Heidelin. The implication of temporal magics are not entirely understood, and so we cannot assume that our Heidelin and the Vana you met in Elpis are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic quality as an all-powerful being, I wager that Heidelin possesses the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share the knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. I'm her champion, okay? After all, she intends for us to flee Aetheris, not to stay. She's basically saying Heidelin's not off the chopping block. in some ways. Do you suppose she has abandoned her pursuit of media? The Venat I know would never give up. No, but Median is still out there. The Venat I knew would never give up. That's my impression too. Otherwise, she wouldn't have used me as a conduit for her will, or provided us with clues of the Elpis flower. I believe she has been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. Wow. So what's the second condition? We must find a means to reach Medion. Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely upon whosoever she has made her, or wheresoever rather, she has made her nest. Far away out in space, we got a bird girl, got to delete her face. The communing with Heidelin must be a necessity come first. Must be necessity come first. Wait, what? The communing with Heidelin must be by necessity come first. Okay, we got to talk to Mom. Did you and Master Matoya have any luck with your investigation into the Etherical Sea? Sadly, no. Though we enlisted the help of Arenvald and other Echo-blessed allies, we couldn't detect so much a whisper from Heidelin, even from within the Anti-Tower. Master Matoya is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instructions from Heidelin. Yo, thank you, Mark. Thank you for the 6 months. If so, it would most likely be some sort of apparatus for observing the Etherical Sea built closer to home. Dude, I love how like I'm just sitting here in the Ascian garb. It's like that moment where you hang out with your friends and it's like, I think your new friends are changing you. You're starting to act different. Sorry to interrupt. We've just received word from the Forum. Your presence is required in the rostrum. Were they intend to discuss the Great Exodus? Where they? Then Father was able to persuade them. They're finally making us seriously. They're finally taking us seriously. I can't even say that line because I've never been taken seriously. Toast doesn't even know my name. Let's hear what they have to say. Yeah, I got drip. Yeah, I got drip. I'm an ancient up in this bitch. Did everything go smoothly out here? I thought as much. No major complaints to speak of inside either. And the water ether appears to be venting properly. I expect Cockle will have seen a difference in this Forged Flames by the time I return. Man, he's so hot. Are you talking about me, or are you talking about Graha? Don't tell me if you're talking about me. I'm not allowed to look at myself right now. Since I have you there, another matter I thought to discuss with you. Nothing terribly important. Merely something I've been considering. Yeah, actually, don't like, seriously, don't talk about how I look right now. I'm not allowed to know. Part of this I shared with everyone, yet you and only you have been to Elpis. As we've established, refined adamantite is a product of Allag, of the Empire's twilight years, in fact. It was a material which saw much use as the Algan's efforts to extend beyond the bounds of this world. Dalamund, of course, being the most prominent. Of those who would push further, expand Allag's empire, and encompass the heavens, the stars above, perhaps the greatest was its infamous technologist, Asmon. Amun wanted to travel the Sea of Stars. Did he remember his life as Hermes? I believe he had his own reasons. There is no evidence to suggest that he retained memories of his former life. He only joined the Asians once the Empire was all but dust, as you know. If not his memory, though, what drove him to pursue the idea with such fervor? This may seem far-fetched, but what if souls like minds have a personality, so to speak? A natural disposition towards which they are inclined. We know with relative certainty that it was the gross decadence of the inexorable decline of Alag that moved Amun to resurrect Emperor Zondi. The Empire's people spoke lightly of death and destruction, experimenting on those they deemed beneath them to fill the emptiness in their hearts. In facilitating Zonde's return, Amun provided these languid souls with the means to free themselves from the mire of their own indolence. Or would have had not Zonde been convinced by his own death that life itself was meaningless. Amun's desire for his countrymen to conquer the heavens could only be a means to the same end, to instill the people with new purpose. Like Hermes before him, Amun was appalled by how those around him lived, but could never bring himself to believe that those lives were devoid of meaning. And both of them sought that meaning, that hope, in the distant stars. Such is my theory, anyway. I believe anything you say. Please waggle your tail for me, brother. Ultimately, it is the consequence of their actions which matter. Their motives are of no moment, and yet, to reach those stars on the wings of adamantite, to travel to the ends of creation and beyond, the promise of hope everlasting, that much I do understand. How? But enough musing for now. Why don't we see how Cockle is getting on? Let's get it on. Dude, why did they do this with the background music? That is the only part that is really driving me bananas. It's like you just have like a tea time moment where it's just like, what if all souls come back? What if there is no death? What if there's only rebirth? But what if in that rebirth we hold on to something that is so us, so you, that we're all like, what the fuck, man? What if we live forever? Guitar solo! Just background music zero. The reason that I don't do it is because I keep feeling like we're gonna get to a point where the music, this thing looks so cool, I have to kill it. I feel like we're like about to get to like a really good part of the music, and I don't want to miss the good part of the music. This segment isn't supposed to take that long. Well, the parts of the game that aren't supposed to take that long, that are kind of like boring and filler, always take me the longest because my ADHD like completely takes over my brain, and I'm just like, because like the chore that is in front of you doesn't completely capture my attention, so I don't get super focus. And then I just start, I'm like, guys, have you ever noticed that cheese like kind of seems like it might be, and then I just like completely lose myself to that. You guys know what I mean? I have a window and a desk.
All set, I take it?
Hey, how you been, girl? You see my view, girl?
We finished what we could, delivered supplies, tracked down escaped animals, trivial tasks as they may be.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
Dude, Alizé has grown so much as a character, but she always just says shit with so much sass. She could literally be like, hello, and she would just be like, hello, I guess. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, Alizé, can't you just say hi?
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the ether burner, that is.
Ah, had a feeling we might find you all here.
What's up, Dad Crid?
Our consultations with the Loperates, too, have run their course. Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have, for the most part, been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
All that remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
Alphino, are you there? It's me, Cryle.
Wow, Kryle's actually talking. Big day for Kryle in this expansion. She really has not done much besides look at shit.
Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
Hell yeah. Don't bully her. I'm not bullying her. I'm just calling it as I see it. That was her biggest moment. Yo, I am, thank you very much, and Q and Zoe. Guys, everybody, thank you so much for all these Twitch primes.
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner. I bring urgent news.
This is weird music to be playing here.
A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbor. Your presence is requested, with all speed.
Why did they play that? That's the music that they used to play when they looked at, like, Ascians or Garleans, and now they're playing it for Sharlians.
Now, where might this delivery be?
And then it instantly goes to emote only mode. Oh, no. Let's get some lollajams up in this bitch.
I'm sure it's very important, but we cannot accept these without the proper permit.
It's like literally doing the Johnny Bravo there.
Surely, these can't all be.
The fuck? I want one of those. That's some like Star Wars shit.
Bleeding hellfire! They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
Dude, Cockle Dankle, I hope he's the main character in the new story arc. I actually hope that he becomes the main character.
And more on the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Man, Sickert and his entire crew, they're just cool as shit, man. They're cool as shit. And you know what? I have a feeling that they wouldn't be scared to watch Lord of the Rings on stream. I just have that feeling from them.
Yes, because you were charged with seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Aw, shut up, Eminem, you little bitch!
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. An hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalaman shard.
Dude, I forgot about these two, like, fighting. They did that at the very beginning of Endwalker 2. These guys are like they're like the two stooges of the game.
I'll have you know I went all the way to the entrance. I played a vital role in keeping a lookout whilst our expeditionary forces secured the adamantite.
Okay.
Left you outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due, you did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Take that back.
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
My, what a grand welcome party.
Dude, they just keep bringing more and more people back to kill him. Here, I got you, brother. Sorry. I think that does it. I banned you and then I unbanned you to try to delete it. I think that worked. Sorry, somebody like just like posted like their tax forms or some shit in chat. Sorry. Yo, Darylith, thank you very much for that gifted sub. Ellen, thank you very much for double checking to see if you had an absolutely free Twitch Prime sub. And Succulent Valkyrie, thank you for the 7 months. Samuel, thank you for the 6 months. Free, thank you very much for the 8 months. Sexy and I am, thank you very much for double checking to see if you had an absolutely free Twitch Prime sub. Thank you.
We come bearing relics both sacred and Allegan, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance.
Wow, we're tripped out.
I myself have come with a sacred relic of Racen Temple. 'Twas passing fortunate that Senri's dango craving brought us to Kugane. We arrived precisely as Hancock was making his arrangements.
Dude, double Chad Turtle. Yup, come.
Upon learning of your need, we made haste back to Hell's Lid, with our dango, never fear, and consulted with the other auspices. All consented to the lending of Tenzin's legendary Phoenix Blade for this noble cause.
What are these things? They look like ancient Sibians. I don't know what these are, man. They look naughty, man.
Suzaku and Seiryu were nevertheless worried that it might be lost in transit, however, and insisted upon accompanying me to Onokoro, where I had intended to entrust it to our Confederate allies.
I want to sit on the relic.
I thought instead to give it over to Hancock when we chanced to cross paths yet again. But alas, Seiryu remained ill at ease, and ordered me see the blade into your hands personally, or die trying.
Hog you.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time.
That is all wonderful to hear, but what of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
Wow, dude. You know Alfie grew up when he's thinking about costs. Isn't this the guy who paid like $8,000 for a sword we didn't need? He's been hanging out with Tatsu a little bit too much. Wait, I didn't do a raid?
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino. Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus
Thank you,
installed in
Jacobo.
our trading company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability.
Yeah, well, Lil Doritos got our back. Thank you, Jacobo. Seriously.
And since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gill need be rendered up in compensation. Everything is already yours.
Wait. So, me skipping the Alliance raids, is that why when I do roulettes every single time, I gotta do the level 31? Like the level 51? Is that why my roulette's the same every single time? I thought that shit was stupid. I fucking hate doing that raid. Every single fucking time I do CT. Wait, is that why? Oh my god. I fucking hate doing CT every night. It's always CT. Yo, Himo, thank you for the 6 months. I thought your name was Himbo for a second, but then I realized that's me.
We funded the venture. When?
Don't
What?
let the name fool you. This coin keeper knows a thing or two about spending.
Is that a new voice actress?
When it comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount.
Dude, I literally didn't remember her voice. She hasn't spoken in so long.
We also have the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement. She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions. We even had coffers to fill.
Oh, yes! I knew she was gonna be important! I fucking knew it! I fucking knew it, dude!
Chameleons.
I knew it!
I remain, of course, an entirely neutral party.
How many times did I say it?
Were needlessly full.
Man, oh, she's just spending all the family money getting ready. He's like, oh no, I know I shouldn't have gone for the joint account. I shouldn't have done the joint account. Tax write-off. It's all good.
We can hardly take them with us on your teeny tiny toy boat, now can we? It would be a shame to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent.
Oh my god! I fucking love her, dude!
Waste not.
Tempered? Is she tempered by Tataru?
However did you manage so much in so short a time?
We have to kill
Expected
Tataru.
word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Get the portsies. Mommy is tempered. Dude, I just love how, like, you see, like, the father, like, son moment there. Where he's just, like, straight up getting publicly flogged by his significant other, and you just know that that's gonna happen to Alfie one day, too. He's just fucking tempered as shit. Waste not.
Did I not tell you I have my ways?
Does she look pale?
Erenville, you were involved too.
Like, Kryle's looked really sick the entire expansion, right? Or did I make that up? Alright, everybody, take 5 seconds to jerk off to Erenville. Do what you're gonna do. Yeah, like she's getting, like, her... Heidelman's, like, low-key killing Kryle, right? Be right back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we've coomed. Back to the action.
I received a letter from Kryle after we
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 2. Erenville, he's done it twice. Dude, Erenville... I think that Erenville has won the award for the biggest coom bait in all of 14. Paused on Alizé. Dude, I noticed that somebody was going to say that I did that right after, but I was talking about Erenville. But I'm going to jail. Yo, Bobston, thank you for the gifted sub.
She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the Gleaners, spread across the world as we are. I pray you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlie. I accept that the Form's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know.
Yeah, I hate that. I want to know everything.
That is why I chose to help the Scions. To combat the obliteration of those countless, undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters. Though, rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed.
I love you, Aaron Bale.
To make a long story short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
This is one of my favorite songs in the game. As it stops. Oh man, we haven't heard this song in a long time.
What's this about a ship that can fly?
Sid!
And why didn't you mention it sooner? The one time you don't beg my aid, your problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
We kinda thought that you were just fucking
Sid,
Nero, man.
You brought the team.
Got the whole squad.
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new
Alpha's back!
ship. Oh, I nearly forgot. We stopped by Whirlit before coming here and picked up a package from Gaius.
I got bat-chested. Yo, person who bat-chested me... Quah! 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 Yo, we back, bitch!
He's still of the mind that actions make for better penance than words.
I can love Alpha!
So we offer none of the latter.
What? What's up, Ben?
What he sent is an Allegan relic Valens used in his weapons experiments. Has a fair bit of refined adamantite in it, too.
Oh, God. Lord Wolverino, I do not want your blood money. Stop gifting subs. I want your blood money, bro. Get out. Dude, they are literally, this is the biggest death flag ever. We have just spent the past, like, 2 hours of gameplay seeing everybody we know.
As you like us not suspect, we've also brought adamantite for Mordona's Dalamud Shard.
Hey, I said 2 hours of gameplay. It was 2 hours of gameplay. It just might have taken us 14 hours. All right? Suck my dick.
I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Kryl's message. So few Scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition. However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's treasure hunters, not least among them.
How did Hoary Boulder go from the most annoying, pathetic character I've ever seen in a video game to a pretty chill dude? From... That's all he used to do. It's like, oh yeah, me? I'm a Scion of the Servant's Door. Oh yeah. Pump it up. Oh yeah. And now he's like actually pretty cool, man. The glow up, yeah, true. He got laid? I think Hoary Boulder, not...
I fail to see how it explains your presence here. Does Razat not have more pressing concerns?
I am a homunculus. I will bring freedom. Thank you, Kojima.
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you.
Dude, this guy reminds me of the homunculus kid from Full Metal Alchemist. Bradley... Blah, 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 blah. What's the Führer's name? What's his son's name? You guys know who I'm talking about? Salim Bradley. Dude, doesn't he have, like, Salim Bradley energy in, like, a weird way? Like, he's obviously a good guy, but he just reminds me, like, he does this... Dude, Varshot has big homunculus energy.
Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better. You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Summer, and his journey across the great expanse.
Yo, everybody who's like, wow, Rich beat T and didn't beat the Alexander raids. I'm sorry that you spent so much time practicing. Are we talking about practice right now? I ain't need no fucking practice. I already beat the boss, man. Why do I go back and do it? What? That's like learning how to ride a bike and being like, yeah, let's throw the training wheels on. I don't move backwards, I only move forward.
As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere.
I like it. The one guy went forward and back, and then forward and back, and then forward and back again. Like, there's always that one guy in the chat just like, hey, dude. Thank you, man. Yes, yes. I do go forward and back, and then forward and back, and then forward and back again. You're right, man. You're right.
Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent.
Man, this guy definitely doesn't work at Blizzard.
Ajdaya's answer was silence, as ever. Tiamat and Chris-Velgre, however, responded favorably to the suggestion.
Man, he said Chris-Velgre cool.
My sire, too, stirred from his slumber long enough to speak and say, very well.
A man of few words. Dragon of few words.
Thus have I brought you his own worm scales. Fit them to your purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all.
More scales! More warriors.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales.
This guy in the back.
So I invited myself along.
Bro, the extras in 14 always emoting. It literally pulls me out of my immersion every single time. Like, there's always just like that one hype guy in the back who's like, they always pick like the most ridiculous emote. It's just a Lalafell being like,
Look at me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again.
sorry, I'm permabanning people. My man, it's been 3 hours. Well, it's 30 seconds of knowing your name.
Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent.
Oh shit! We went from 6 to 14.
Think of how far we could go. What we could do with that much power. What we could blow up.
Yeah, woohoo! 14, baby!
If Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the Scion's end of the bargain has been fulfilled.
Yeah, this guy, he literally looks like he smells like a bag of unwrapped, unwaxed Babel cheese bells. He looks like a bunch of baby Babel cheese bells stink. I don't know what it is about him. He just looks like a stinky motherfucker. He's the stinky cheese man, bro. I don't know what it is about him. He's just, nah, yes. Nah. Even when he's saying something that's on our side, it's your hairline kind of true. Do I look like I stink that much? Nah, yes. I guess we can save the world now. Nah. Yo, dude, laptop, thank you for 32 months. I miss you, brother. Thank you, Uncle.
Yes, Father?
I'm proud. Say, I'm proud.
I know not what you seek of Hydaelyn, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship.
Say you're proud.
Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it. The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility. Do you understand? And are you prepared?
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Yes!
And I will bear it with you. I beg you, share your struggles with me. As family. You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst. 'Twas love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming. And a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage.
Only had to save the entire world to get him to say, I'm your dad. But hey, dude. The daddy issues have been averted. The daddy issues have been completely averted. I had a really good joke, but I'm not going to say it because I would get pogoed.
I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures.
Pogo in advance? Well, since I got the Pogos, I was going to make a joke about them taking out their tombstones and deleting their... Never mind. They're too young for the joke.
The great exodus would succeed. Must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative.
Dude.
If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father.
Who was a badass. It's crazy because the game so far, there have obviously been a lot of sad moments, but this expansion has made me well up with emotion for happy things more than any other expansion.
The Archon Louisoix openly decried Sharlayan's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool, perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing, when he perished at Carteneau. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you. No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship.
Good dad. Doesn't need to be their best friend, but he's gonna do what he thinks is right. Good fucking dad. Maybe made a mistake or two, but good dad.
I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we have seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures.
Oh. She's such a cool mom!
Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to?
Amelians.
What a family, man.
Though I have wronged my children most gravely, I owe you an apology as well. I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger.
Just wanted to keep him safe. And then Emelian just keeps coming in, and she's hitting him with stronger CBT than when I was locked in the closet for 2 weeks trying to beat the boss, man.
Yours, in particular. I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
What a dad. Warrior of Light literally kept them out of danger.
If we finish loitering about the harbor, might I suggest we put our plans into motion?
Yeah, I mean,
people are beginning to look confused.
Look, Warrior of Light kept them out of danger, but if you were their dad, you would think and be like, man, you gotta stop hanging out with this crazy-ass Lalafell motherfucker that's always around the end of the world.
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You have no small number of friends and admirers here after all.
Yeah, Graha tried to stop us from stalling and living in the family moment. I just ignored him. I didn't even realize I subconsciously ignored him. I was like, shut up, Graha. We're being cute. Lend us your strength. Our moment of triumph is close at hand with me. Our moment of triumph is close at hand.
Your assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
Who the fuck picked 3? The reason I didn't pick 3 is because I feel like the Warrior of Light's starting to get like a little bit of an ego. I feel like if I keep picking lines like 3, the Warrior of Light's going to turn into Mizkif. Like, and now follow me, the leader, into battle. Wow, I'm the best warrior of light. I'm the best. I'm the best. I keep saving the world. Like, I'm trying to keep the warrior of light like a little bit in check, man. I'm just trying to keep him a little bit calm. I will do it again. So I keep trying to pick like we'll do it. Stop touching my boxes of adamantite. Hey, quit looking at my boxes. Alright, I'm fucking stoked. I'm having a feeling that some crazy shit's about to happen. Is this an NPC or a person? Dude, this is a cool glamour. Poggery-doo. Let me order a grilled cheese sandwich. I feel so relaxed and safe.
Coast Guard pissed.
Real, man.
The Coast Guard pissed.
Here, man.
Coast Guard
what
pissed.
Real, man.
Coast Guard
Reel
pissed.
Me in, man.
Coast Guard
I
pissed.
wish I was the guy on your line.
Coast Guard
but
pissed.
Instead, I just
Coast Guard
motherfucking
pissed.
cry. Alone and I wish I could be your little smooth.